guys, it's Amy with A2Z Stamping, and today I wanted to show you the Detailed Floral Thinlits dies right here, and they look just like this. So it just comes with 3 pieces. I kind of have mine in backwards order, but there's just these 3, and I feel like this is kind of one of those sets of Thinlits dies that you might overlook in the catalog because you're not totally sure what they're all about. So I thought I would show you. So these ones do come in the catalog in a section where they're well, let's see. I think they do. You're going to need a little bit more. Probably the precision base plate. You're definitely going to want the die brush. And I believe on here, well, I believe I'm looking at it. They do tell you it works best to use the precision plate for best results. You don't have to have it. You're definitely going to want to run it through 2 or 3 times to get the best cuts, because there are a lot of intricate cuts with this, and I want to show you how it works. So just as this, you would use these 2 pieces right here, the top and the bottom, and I have a piece of basic gray cardstock here. So on your Big Shot, to build your sandwich, you have your multi-purpose platform, your thin die adapter, and then this is the precision base plate. This is something you have to buy separately. Okay, and then you lay your paper directly on that, and this goes on the bottom of my card, so I want to line it up pretty straight at the bottom, and then this is the top of my card, so I'm going to line it up like this. Okay, and then you need your top plate, and mine's all scratched up. That's okay. They work perfectly fine all scratched up. All right, and then you're going to want to run it through. Now again, if you don't have the precision plate, you're going to need to run it through 2 or 3 times. Okay, so there I ran it once, and now I'm going to come back. Okay, but with the precision plate, sorry guys, it's pretty loud. Okay, so that's done, and I can, okay, so I've got this. Now, it's stuck on here pretty good, so that's why I say you're going to want the die brush. This is the die brush. It's a foam mat and a roller, and you want to just run this over it, and see, this will pop out, and then keep running this over to get a lot of those small pieces out. You will not hurt it at all by doing this. That's the point of the die brush. Okay, I've got a few pieces still stuck in there, so just go till I can get this out, and then again, keep running it to try to get as many pieces as I can out. Then there's still a few pieces that don't come out, and that's when I would grab my paper piercing tool. Where is my paper piercing tool? I know it's sitting here somewhere on my desk, and I just can't see it. But you would grab your paper piercing tool, let's pretend this is it, and you would just poke through the rest of them like so. I know I'm using a pencil, but, well, you could use a pencil, honestly, but the paper piercing tool works best. And like I said, it's sitting somewhere here on my desk. I just don't see it. So you would go through and you'd poke the rest of them out, okay? And so now you're left with this piece, and what it's meant to do is be a card. Oh, here it is. Look, here's my paper piercing tool. Okay, so I would poke all these out, the ones that didn't come. You could also spend more time with the die brush, going over it until you got all the pieces out. Either way works. But you would pop all these out, okay? And then you're left with a piece like this. And the whole, what it's supposed to do, let me dump those out. And what you would get is a card front like this. And here's a card I did. Ooh, isn't that pretty? So I have some real red behind it. Okay? But it fits on a card front, and I used the Floral Phrases stamp. So this is technically the stamp set that coordinates with the Detailed Floral Thinlit dies, but really, you don't need this stamp set for these Thinlits. They really don't have anything that goes along with it. I don't know why, but they say they coordinate together. But I did use the congratulations to make this card. But isn't that so pretty? So that's one option with these. Okay, I want to show you a second option. You can also, so now we can use the top or the bottom piece, it doesn't really matter, along with this piece right here. This piece makes it so that it separates. See, on here, it stayed on that piece that I put. But let's say I don't want it on there. And this piece fits perfectly with the top or the bottom. See how it fits perfectly on this one? Or it fits perfectly on this one. So you would take your piece, I'm actually going to use the bottom piece here, or the top. So I have a piece of 30 Flamingo cardstock, and I would just line this up on here again, and then I would just line this up even with the top, like so. It doesn't have to be pressed against it, but I just get it on there. put my top plate on and run it through. Okay, and actually that's good enough. And this time, if you could see here, it's already separated out. So that's what this piece does. It separates it. So now, let me run this piece over the die brush. Give it a good, okay. Press, 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 press. Poke the rest of them out. They don't pop out, okay. And if I would take the time to do that, so now see, it's separate and cut apart. Let's pretend I poked all the pieces out. And you're probably wondering, well, what would I do with this? Well, now this works as its own piece. So I could either stick this on a card front, or I could use it on a card front as like a little pocket. I've seen a lot of times for like wedding cards and stuff like that, where people use these as pockets. Sorry, it just drives me crazy when all the pieces aren't out. Okay. And then you can tuck things in. But I made a card here. There we go. So this one I did the bottom piece. But I could tuck something in here, a card that I want to pull out, but I just made a card front. See, it's a card. Did a piece of glimmer paper. Sorry, it looks like I got something on the front there. Oh, you know why? Because I embossed the front. It's hard to tell. Can you see that I clear embossed that in black with black ink? Isn't that pretty? And I got careless and anyway. But isn't that pretty? So that's when you use this piece to cut it apart so it doesn't stay. See, this one, we didn't cut it off. See the difference? Pretty. Okay, and there's one last thing I wanted to show you. I'm sure there's a million things you could do with these, but I thought I would just show you the basic way they're used. Okay, so let's say you have a long piece of paper. This is just some real red cardstock. You could do it where you put, let's see, you want to put one piece here. You would cut one end with this. So I have the straight edge. I have the edge with the detail at the end of my paper, okay? And I'm going to put this over it, like so. And I would run that through the Big Shot, okay? And then I would flip it around, and on the opposite end, I could do this one again, or this one, it doesn't really matter. And again, place that one here. And when it's done, I would end up with a page with the cutout on both ends. And what you would do with that is you get something like this. Okay, so I have a little notepad here, and I wanted to wrap it up just cute. And I did some elegant eggplant paper, and see, I wrapped it around and tied a bow in the center, put a little gem. Isn't that so cute? And this is just a white notebook. I'm giving it to one of my friend's little teenage daughters. It has some horsey stuff on it. But isn't that so sweet? It would make a really fun gift packaging where you could wrap it around a bag or really anything. And you just need to, your piece of paper length can be any length you want. You just decide what you need, then wrap it around, and your edges would be pretty like that. So anyway, that is 3 different ideas for using the Detailed Floral Thinlit dies. So anyway, I hope you will consider checking them out. I think they're a lot of fun. Again, it just comes with these 3 pieces. When I get my Thinlits, I like to stick them on magnet sheets. I just buy these magnet sheets and cut them down to what I need. They're a lot easier for me to store them that way. So anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys, and find my Facebook group. It's A to Z Stamping, and we're a group. Thanks, guys. Bye.